Okay, so we left off talking about paying for college. Now that you know what you want to do, there are several options for college. First, you have financial aid, which you can fill out the FAFSA, which is a form that determines how much the government can give to you, how much you can actually get from grant money. Grant money, something that you don't have to pay back to the schools, and see if the student loans are an option where you would have to pay money back, but also if there is any other scholarship programs available where that you would qualify for. And so you want to make sure you definitely read the fine print and check on the deadlines, because if you don't have that information turned in, it does you no good, because that money is coming based on different time frames. So if you wait to the last minute and then it doesn't count for that semester, then you're trapped. You're stuck trying to figure out, how am I going to pay for this semester? And so you want to make sure you know the financial backings that you're going to have, whether it's going to be your parents helping you, whether you're going to get a part-time job and try to help pay for school and maybe rely on a student loan here or there, but that money will be needed to be paid back. And this whole student loan thing is all up in the air, because we're having so many discussions on policies concerning student loans. But make sure you're fiscally responsible so that your whole time that you finish your degree, you're not struggling to try to pay back money that you took too much out because you wanted to just live it up and not having to get another job or having to seek additional ways to add money. And if you do need to borrow money, get the bare minimum. You don't want to overpay. You don't want to get underpaid. You want to make sure that you do what you need to do as far as financially, to make sure that the money you ask for and receive is used the right way, because it has to be repaid, those loans. And sometimes you can get involved in programs that allow you to actually work and pay for those loans. And so those are all stipulations and requirements. So make sure as you're reviewing what kind of degree you want to be in, what kind of job, career path you want to try to get your hands in, you look at the financial responsibility. How are you going to map out those 2 years? How are you going to map out those 4 years? How are you going to pay for that first semester? And write down in a notebook your deadlines. Keep a notebook of all the things that you have that require you to do. So write down, okay, financial aid, have your calendar saying, okay, classes start this particular day, mark it on your calendar. I need to have the money by when is the money due for the business office of my college or university. Write all those down. I advise you to get a binder, a notebook, and you sort it out. And so you have it where green for finances if you're color coded, and then red for upcoming things and deadlines and topics you need to discuss with the financial aid advisor, admissions, and then also a binder for your future and your goals. So that way you can have a way to check off to know that you're doing a great job, and it keeps you on track for the overall picture. So you can map that out for your first 6 months of class, or that first semester, that first 3 months, based on how your school divides up your time frame for far as semesters goes, and look at it and just review and see, okay, am I on the right path? Is there another thing coming up that I need to know about? Or if there's some paperwork from scholarships, go to those financial aid offices and pull those little packets and slide them in your notebook. And so you can review and go and say, sit down and look at everything you have, options that you can and cannot do, because the more you know, the more you can make the right decision. And you get all that information. And if you still have any questions, contact your financial aid office for your school, because they may know other ways to find money for you, other options. And so when you're reviewing all of this information and you're talking and you're making sure you have that conversation with yourself first about what it is you want to do, how you want to go and do it, and map out a plan, so you'll know and you won't waste your time. You won't feel like, oh man, I just spent all of this time trying to do something and I despise it. That's the worst feeling, to walk out of college and have that degree in hand and have no idea what you want to do with it, and feel like you don't want to even use it because that's not what you wanted to do. And that dreaded question, why did I do this? Why didn't I listen to that voice to say plan, plan, plan? Even though it's an aggravating, annoying plan idea, but when the final result, when you have everything you need and you've mastered how to prepare your career path and your life for the next steps, you're going to feel so much better because you have a plan.